Are we live? Are we live? Let's see. Audio check and video check. Please stand by. Are we live? I want to be live. I want to be on the internet. I love being on the internet. I used to be on the internet all the time, but now I'm really on the internet. Why is just black screen? Can I be seen? Can you see me? I don't see myself. Now I've got to go over there and make sure that I can see myself. This is weird, huh? It's weird, huh? What's going on here? Let's click the link that's here. Open that up. I just got to make sure, folks, that it's just not a black screen there in front of you. And then we'll start the show in like a few seconds from now. Just like moments from now. Just got to confirm that I'm actually on the air. YouTube. All right. Do I see myself? Oh, yeah, I am. Excellent. Let's do this. Hey there, my name is Peter Hartman. You're watching Bad Guru Nightly, and I am Bad Guru. This show is meant to serve as a reminder that your attention matters. You see, what we give our attention to becomes a greater part of our experience. We shape our world with the power of our attention. So it's important to be deliberate. And I'm so glad you decided to give me some of your attention here. Tonight, we'll be talking about doing your own thing and supplemental income. But first, how was your day? How was your day? How you doing? I know some of you were on Facebook and you're coming over here on YouTube to watch me. I really appreciate that. I see the likes that you're doing here. Remember to like the video. Helps people find me. But how was your day? Did you have a good day? A terrible day? Horrible day? A great day, Peter. My day was so fantastic. I cannot believe my luck. Everybody should have a day like I do. I hope you had a great day. You know, every single moment of every single day, you have the ability to make a choice. Right this second, you can make a choice that changes the course of your life. Oh my God. Doesn't that keep you awake at night just thinking about it? Oh my God, what decision could I make right now? What decision could I make right now? Hi, Joanne. Hi, Samantha. How you guys doing? Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming over here. Yeah, man. How was your day? You know, if your day was filled with choices that you made, was filled with actions that moved you, that you believe moved you closer to your goals, closer to your desires, closer to that which you consider to be purposeful and meaningful to you, then I think you had a great day. Yeah, maybe you were banging your head against the wall and problem solving and troubleshooting and dealing with issues. Maybe it was a rough ride and it was part of the adventure where you were like in the dark. But isn't a day where you live life purposefully satisfying? Oh, you're doing your own thing. Yeah, I'm where I want to be. I'm where I chose to be. I'm where I put myself. And I want to be here. Ooh, that's a good feeling. That's a feeling that makes you warm inside. That's a feeling I want for everybody, to love your life. Not because you love everything that's in your life, but because your life was made by you. It's something that you made. It was underneath your direction. So I don't know if you had a great day, terrible day, bad day, whatever day. Joanne says a flood. Was there a flood where you were? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, a flood. Ooh. That's tough. That's tough. Act of God. That's tough, you know? You know when God just wakes up one morning in his God bed in God heaven and looks down at you and says, you know what? Life is going too well for you. It's going too well for you. Let's see what we can do. Let's see. Oh, a flood. There you go, Joanne. Enjoy. It's tough that you experienced the flood. You know, here in Montreal don't handle floods very well. You know, it rains some here and then all the roads fill up with water. It's nuts, man. It's tough. I know. That's not something you don't have under your control. But there are other things that you do have under your control. Other things that you can influence. Yesterday, I had an event here, and I told folks, I said, hey, Joanne says the flood is a washing machine. All right. Maybe not exactly an act of God, but still not good. Washing machine. It's terrible. The other day I was talking to people and I told them, hey, you go to seminars and books and you want to find the right things to do and all. I said, you want to change your life? You probably know 10 things that you could do. 10 things that you already know would improve your life if you did these things, but you're not doing them. Think about that. There's probably 10 things that you, yourself, in your itty-bitty head, you already know these 10 things would help your life, would dramatically change your life, would create a great improvement of your life. And you don't do it. Why? I do it. I do the same thing. There's 10 things I know I could do that I don't do. I do a lot of those things, but there's at least 5 things that I could do. There are 10 things I know, right? So do those 10 things. Do those 10 things and then tell me how your life is. Tell me how you're enjoying your experience. Tell me how your day's going, right? Come on. You know I'm right. You know I'm right. Right? There are basic things. What we eat, right? You can eat better, right? Do you know you don't have to have a big breakfast in the morning? You don't have to drink coffee in the morning. Huh? Do you know that? Do you know that? You know physical exercise, how it regulates your mood and helps you to sleep and all that stuff. Huh? Sleeping early, sleeping on time, not waking up with an alarm clock, cleaning your home, fixing the things that need to be fixed that you're putting off, complimenting people more, complimenting yourself more self-talk, more self-praise, right? Committing yourself to actions that you know will help you in the future. Starting classes, trying new things, leaving your comfort zone. Heck, Samantha Barley, life coach extraordinaire, took people out the other day and did laughter yoga. Laughter yoga. They're out there and they're making themselves laugh for no reason. Just for giggles. They're just making themselves laugh. Like they're not watching a TV show. There's no performance happening. It's just them. And they do these silly things and making themselves laugh. Man, there are things you can do. How would your day be if you laughed more? How would your week be if you laughed more? What would your life be like if you laughed more? Laughing. That's a challenge you can set for yourself. Anywho. Whether you had a good day, bad day, terrible day, okay day, great day, or a day where your washing machine flooded, I'm glad you're alive. I'm glad you're having days. And just remember that tomorrow is yet another day. Tomorrow is an opportunity for you to make more choices, more decisions. You're the one in the driver's seat. You can't control the other drivers, but by golly, you can control the heck out of your car. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming in to watch the show. Tonight we're going to be talking about doing your own thing in supplemental income. We've got an event happening tomorrow here in the Montreal area. It's full. But I decided, hey, I'm going to do an episode of Bad Guru Nightly for those people who couldn't attend, those people who can't attend because they're not in the Montreal area. I thought we could talk about that a little here today. And we'll probably talk about more, probably a good deal more tomorrow. And it'll be quasi-discussion and presentation and all that stuff. Bring your questions. But it might be fun for us to just dive into this conversation a little bit here. When I say doing your own thing, I don't necessarily mean that it has to be money, right? I don't necessarily mean that it has to be a job, self-employment, something like that. Doing your own thing is working under your own self-direction. It's creating out of your own passions, out of what you value, in the direction of what you consider to be meaningful and purposeful to you. Doing your own thing is important. I think if you live a day, you live a week, you live a month, you live a year, you live a life where most of that was filled not with actions that you wanted to do, but actions that you allowed yourself to be subjected to. I know, I got to pay the bills, Peter. I know. But you can think creatively about paying those bills, right? You can think creatively about how you spend your time. I remember before I quit my job, I talked about in the pre-show, I quit my job like 10 years ago to do my own thing. But before I quit my job, I really took to sort of making my own experience like better. So what I start to do is that I start waking up. I didn't like waking up in the morning And the first thing that I did was like get ready and go to work and do somebody else's thing or work for somebody else's purpose. I didn't like doing that, but I still had the job. So what was I gonna do? Well, what I did was that I started waking up earlier. I started waking up hours earlier than I had to. So if I had to wake up at 7 to get to work, I'd wake up at 5 in the morning, right? Sometimes 4 in the morning. And I just start my day right there. I'd start my day at 4, 5 in the morning, doing my own thing, whether it's something I wanted to read, some work I wanted to do, something I wanted to build. At the time, I was doing dance classes, so sometimes I would dance. And I'd even go into work early. I'd get to work like an hour or two earlier. You know, if I had to be there at 9, I'd get there at 7. And I just hang out at work and I do things at my desk and I dance in the kitchen and just to do my own thing. And by the time work started at 9 o'clock, I had already spent 2 to 4 hours doing my own thing at a leisurely pace. And because I was at work so much earlier, I wasn't in traffic, I wasn't late to work. I actually was there early, and my boss would see that and be like, "Hey, what are you still doing? What are you here so early? Are you beating me to work?" I could catch up on some work that I wanted to get a head start on and clear my plate. It was a fascinating thing for me to realize how much control I had over my day. Just deciding to wake up hours earlier. And of course, I had to go to bed earlier. But waking up and starting my day and doing my own thing it gave me the bug. Definitely gave me the bug. So when I say doing your own thing, it doesn't necessarily mean being self-employed. It's just like, hey, start doing things under your own direction. Start doing things that you choose to do. Start doing things on your own. Come on, man. Human beings are not mostly designed to just work 8 hours a day in a job that is mind-numbing or something that you don't value. It's not normal for us to live that way. And every moment of the day that you're sitting at your desk or you're doing that work, you can find some way to flavor your experience, color it in such a way that you add your own expression, your own voice to it. It's important. I'd go around my office and I try to help people, just asking people if they need help, bringing them coffee, getting treats for the office, any way I can make people happier. I'd tell them jokes and encourage them and ask them personal questions about themselves. People like to be personable. It's up to you to shape your experience. So doing your own thing is important. But if you can find a way to do your own thing and make some money on the side, woo, right? You find your own way to do your own thing and get some money on the side, woo, that's good, man. It's great. This is the best of both worlds, right? Getting more money, making some money on the side, making $1. Making any amount of money for something that you consider to be valuable, that's a real treat, man. I remember I perform stand-up comedy, and then I leave the stage, and then somebody gives you money for doing stand-up comedy, for telling jokes on stage, getting applause and laughter, and people give you money, and you're like, what? What? It is crazy, man. It is fun. What a great way to live. Kind of get addicted to that feeling. So like I mentioned in the pre-show, over there on Facebook, on our Facebook page, facebook.com/happyforachange, I talked about how I quit my job about a decade ago. Wow, it seems like just yesterday, but quit my job a long time ago to do my own thing. And just to reiterate, don't do that. Don't quit your job. I mean, if you got money in the bank and you don't have to worry and all that stuff, it's fine. But quitting your job, it's a huge disruption to your experience. And the lack of money, who knew that the lack of income was a problem? So don't quit your job. I never encourage people to quit their job. Now, I know there's there's two types of people, right? They ask me, hey, should I quit my job? There's two types of people. And I know that the type of person who should quit their job, someone who's self-directed, someone who has their own mind, somebody who's not going to take no for an answer, somebody who's going to be creative and find their way forward, that person, if I tell them, don't quit your job, they'll quit their job anyway. Just like me. They'll quit their job anyway. And the people who are not self-directed, who don't wake up with a fire in their belly, who aren't self-motivated, don't quit your job. And then they won't. So if I can convince you not to quit your job, which I am. I'm telling you, do not quit your job. It is a nightmare if you don't have any money, okay? It ain't fun. It ain't better, okay? It's just a different type of problem. You think, oh, my job is so terrible. My job is so terrible. Oh, it's keeping me back. It's because I have to do this job for 8 hours a day. That's why I can't pursue my dreams. I remember when I quit my job, I realized very quickly, hey, I could have pursued my dreams. I could have worked on weekends. It's just lazy. I could have worked after work. I could have done some stuff, you know? So don't quit your job. And if you're the type of person who can be convinced by that, then stay your job. If you can't be convinced by that, well, you do your own thing. So I talked about on the pre-show that doing your own thing and making a living on your own is an adventure that's worth taking. It might not necessarily work or work the way that you want it to be to work out, but it's definitely an adventure worth taking. It makes you a better person, and it helps you to learn more about who you are, more about the world. It makes you more compassionate, empathetic, because you recognize how difficult it is to get by in this world doing your own thing. It makes you a better person, and we'll talk about that later. Okay, so when it comes to, I don't want to reiterate the whole pre-show. If you want to go watch that, you can go watch that video over on facebook.com/happyforchange. I just did it. All right. What I want to talk about is how to go about thinking, doing your own thing relative to supplemental income. All right. Supplemental income is like, it's not your full job there. It's just getting some extra money on the side. And I asked earlier in the pre-show, how would your life be different if you had an extra $100, $200, $300 a month? Right? It can make some big differences. You can try out some cool things. You could buy a Vitamix. After a month or so with the savings, you could buy a Vitamix and make some smoothies for yourself. That's pretty cool. Right? You might be able to get a subscription to services or to content that you have online. Maybe you don't have Netflix, you can get that. Maybe there's some podcasts you listen to, you can subscribe to that. That's pretty cool. Support artists, support local artists, support the people that you care about. You can maybe get a car or a smartphone if you don't have that, or try different products out, or buy better food in the marketplace in the grocery store, even though it might be a little bit more expensive. You can experiment. If you had an extra $200-$300 a month, suddenly you're making different decisions in your life, right? That's pretty cool. You're going to be more empowered. So I think earning supplemental income is about personal freedom. It's about personal responsibility, and it's about living a life of meaning and purpose. So when you're thinking about getting supplemental income, you want to just understand how this thing works, okay? It's pretty simple. At least this is a fundamental principle you want to get familiar with. The economy is based on exchange, transactions, exchange. And what we're exchanging is something that I consider valuable and that you consider valuable, and we exchange those two things, right? That's what the economy is. That's what everything is, all right? I have bread, I have water. Exchange. No, we both have bread and we both have water. So economy is about exchange. So you got to ask yourself, well, what do I have that I can exchange? Especially if I have something in abundance. What do I have that I can exchange? What do I have that's valuable, that other people consider to be valuable, that I can exchange for something that I consider to be valuable? That could be money, that could be other things. You might have an abundance of talent or skill. Maybe you have a talent or an ability or a skill with something, and you can market that. You can offer that to people who are looking for that talent, looking for that skill, and can use it. You might think, oh, well, this talent, or I'm not so good at that, or, well, you can start developing that talent. You can find a way. Look, I started out doing video editing. I learned to do video editing when I quit my job 10 years ago. And I wasn't a great video editor, but I could do some very basic things. So I just found ways to get employed doing those basic things. I got contracts to do those. I got gigs to do those very basic things. So all I could do was like color correct and chop up a video and put some titles on the screen. Well, there's a lot of people who just need that, right? Especially 10 years ago, it wasn't as simple as it is today. So I found a way I learned that skill. I didn't have that when I left my job. I learned it in a little while, and then I marketed that, I offered that, and I looked out for opportunities that had that, and when the opportunity came around, I engaged within it. So I use my skill. I also have talent, right? I have talent. You can exchange your talents. I'm a funny guy, at least I try to be, and I use that on stage as a comedian, and that's a way that I can offer my talent, right? So there's things that you might have a talent with dealing with children or with knitting. You might have a skill or a talent with cooking, or there's all kinds of ways that you can market your talents. You know that. Maybe you don't have a talent or skill, but maybe you have an abundance of energy, right? Maybe you have an abundance of energy, and there are people like they just need your energy. Can you lift this, move that, expend that energy for my benefit, right? And so there are some simple things that you could do. I remember when I don't know how old I was, maybe 13 years old, and my friend and I, we saved up some money. We saved up $20. I think I was getting $5 a week at that point or something. For a little while, I got like $5 a week. Wasn't for very long. I didn't get an allowance growing up. But I found a way. I don't know if we got it through allowance or we saved up money, but we saved up like $20, and we went to buy a shovel. We each bought a shovel. And then we just went around the neighborhood and we shoveled people's driveways and stuff for cash. Right? Everybody does that. Very simple, right? It's because we have energy. We're youthful. We have energy. Anybody can shovel their own driveway. At least most people could. But if you're willing to do it, if you're willing to expend that energy, somebody might say, hey, I can save my energy. I'll give you some dollars, right? And that's what money is. Money is stored energy. Money is stored energy. And I can give you that money, and then you can go and expend that money on something that you would have otherwise had to spend energy to get, right? So money is stored energy, and you're able to exchange that. So maybe you have an abundance of energy and you can exchange your energy directly. Hey, I'll lift this, I'll shovel that, I'll move that, and I'll help you and I'll get some cash. So sometimes people do that. Maybe you have an abundance of time. Maybe you're just like, I have a lot of time. I don't have any hobbies. I don't do anything. I have a lot of time. So I can find a way to use this time to my advantage. I can exchange this time for something else. So maybe you have to like watch something like house sitting or watch a pet or something like that. Then you can get paid to do that. Maybe you have an abundance of will. Maybe you're a willful person. I am a willful person, and I found ways to exchange that, by motivating others, for example. And the last example here, maybe you have an abundance of knowledge. Maybe you have a knowledge about something and you can expound upon that, share that, connect that information to other people who need it. And that's a valuable skill as well. So when you're thinking about exchange, when you think about, hey, what do I have an abundance of? Time, energy, some skill, some knowledge, something. What is it that I have that I can exchange? Right? So that's step one. And you probably know that, but just saying it out loud is very important. Then you want to ask yourself, okay, like what is actually the true value of my offering, price-wise? What is the value of my offering? What can I do with this? You want to ask yourself, well, what is it that I am offering? And who am I offering it to? The people that I'm offering this to, the person I'm offering to, what is it worth to them? Right? So you think, what do I have? What and who? What do I have? What is the value of what I have? And who would consider this to be valuable as well? You find those people. So I remember someone in what previous episodes mentioned in the chat that they like to do fan fiction for a certain type of thing, a fan fiction art. And you're like, okay, well, I can't make a living off that. Oh no, what about those people who like that thing, who like that TV show, who like that movie, who like that subject, who are interested in fan fiction about that or fan art about that? You say, well, that's where my market is. So let me go to that thing. Let me go to that convention. Let me go to that group. Let me go to those people and market what I have to offer. So what do I have, and who considers it to be valuable? Then you go to those people. Initially, you don't want to necessarily think. How can I make a living off this? Right? A lot of people are like, how can I make a living off this? And I say, I remember. So I say, make a living off of it. How can you make a little off of it, right? Not a living, but a little. How can you make a little off of it? Because you want to get the ball rolling, right? You want to get the ball rolling. I remember I was talking to this nice lady years ago in one of my events, and she wanted to earn a living being an artist, and she's a painter, and she says, but you can't make any money doing that. And I said, all right, I get that. So I challenge you to earn $1 for your painting. Sell your painting sell a painting for $1. And she said, "Oh, Peter, I can't make a living off of $1." And I said, "You're not making a living off of it now. But if you start thinking, how can I sell this for $1? Suddenly you're thinking about who I can sell this to and what is the value and what I'm offering. And you're thinking about the things that will get you in the zone, get you practicing the types of thoughts that you need in order to sell it for $100 or how much you want to sell, however much you want to sell your paintings for." So she's kind of like locked in, like, "Oh, you can't make a living off it. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. $0, $0, $0." And I said, "Hey, just $1. Challenge yourself $1." And then you sell the next painting for $2, and then the next painting for $4, and then the next painting for $8 and $16, and so on, and keep multiplying. And maybe you don't even need to do the $1 thing for very long, but just thinking about it in that way, just thinking about it, or managing to do it, it's powerful. It's a powerful way to challenge yourself. It's a powerful way to practice. So if I have a challenge for you, the thing that you do for fun, the hobby that you do, something that you would do for free, find a way to earn $1 for doing it. I like talking. I talk a lot. I'm always yammering, always talking. And I realized years ago, hey, I should find a way to make a living yammering. How can I make a living with my words? Something I would do for free. I remember I'd go to like parties and stuff like that, and I'd sit down, and after a while, often there'd just be people just circled around me, just listening to what I had to say. And I remember thinking, do I have some ability here, some skill to enthrall people? Can I use that to my advantage? Find a way to earn $1. And that's what I did, earn $1 for speaking, then 2, then 4, then 8, then 20. All right, so that's as much as I'm going to say about this tonight. The show's gone a little long here, 27 minutes. But the economy is about exchange. Ask yourself, what do I have that's valuable? What you have might not be obviously valuable, but it can be very valuable. I know someone here in town. I'll tell you, it's Samantha Barley, life coach extraordinaire. And for fun, she goes to like thrift shops, and she finds items in these thrift shops, and she finds items that are worth more than what they're selling, and she buys it. And she can get an item that costs $3 and sell it for $73. It's nuts. It's pretty interesting. So there are opportunities out there, right? And there's something you might do for fun. You're like, I don't know what to do for fun. I like watching TV. Well, there's other people who like watching TV too, and they don't know what to watch. So maybe your thing is that you can offer information on what to watch. And there are blogs and YouTube channels and all kinds of things like that that help people direct them to things that they might want to watch. And people can earn some supplemental income doing that. I challenge you, earn $1 in supplemental income and then keep that ball rolling. All right. I think that's it for me. What is it? What time is it right now? It's 10 o'clock. It's almost 10 o'clock here. What is this? Is my dashboard say? It's almost 10 o'clock, and we're at 28 minutes. You guys are absolutely fantastic. Remember to subscribe to the channel and click the bell so that you know when I go live and when I upload videos. Remember to watch the podcast that I uploaded, the video podcast called The Talk. It's right here on YouTube, so check that out. And like this video if you like the video, dislike it if you dislike it. Some way interact with my video. It helps other people find it. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for watching the show. I really appreciate it. I wish you could come to tomorrow's event, but it is full. And those of you who are coming, I look forward to seeing you there. We're going to have a really fun time. All right, that's it for me. My name is Peter Hartman. You're watching Bad Guru Nightly, and I am Bad Guru. Good night. Sleep tight. I'll see you tomorrow. It's only a day away. All right, don't want to be too loud now.